Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ plus story for today. I'm Faye Watt, and let's queer up social justice. Florida's Naples City Council hears lawful violence is acceptable to stop Naples Pride. Dangerous rhetoric is brewing in Naples Collier County on Florida's west coast. A far-right political figure in Florida openly defended lynching and called violence acceptable to stop Naples Pride during this week's city council meeting. Cody Davis, leader of the Jeffersonian Party, claimed early U.S. laws endorsed execution for homosexuality. He labeled LGBTQ plus pride as savage behavior and cited Thomas Jefferson while arguing that lawful violence was embedded in American tradition. He said, quote, "The consensus of Americans for centuries was that lynching, when done correctly, is both completely lawful and appropriate," end quote. No council members responded immediately. But 2 days later, responding to the threat against Naples Pride, the Naples police chief said, quote, "It's a real threat and we take it real," end quote. Davis's political party evolved from Vote Men PAC, a group pushing male-only leadership. He has met with Republican figures, including Texas Senator Ted Cruz and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Davis has previously protested Naples Pride with members of the anti-LGBTQ plus hate group Church Militant. Southern Poverty Law Center has indicated Davis and his affiliate organizations should be viewed as a hate group. Despite Davis's rhetoric, Naples Pride remains scheduled for June. LGBTQ plus advocates are calling for city leaders to denounce his threats and ensure community safety. The city council has currently not made any statements. Naples sits 90 miles west of Wilton Manors, and Fort Lauderdale is the first city you come to in the connection of I-75 between Broward County and Collier County. It's not the first that we're telling you about this story. We've had William Haas from the Bears of South Florida on the Queer News Tonight table, and he is part of their board. And he has been telling us about how this has been going. And, this Cody Davis is just a disgusting human, okay? And those are the first words that come to mind when thinking of him. He is from this Vote Men PAC that pushing all the male leadership, and he hates DeSantis for appointing women. Okay, I mean, so I guess hate hates hate sometimes, right? But they don't cancel each other out. Naples Pride is still scheduled to happen in June, but it's only January. So a lot of things can happen from now to then. But let me tell you, the city of Naples and their council has played disgustingly dirty and wants Naples Pride to not happen. Naples Pride recently uncovered evidence that shows that 2 Naples City Council members have encouraged opposition to our festival by sending a call to action from their government accounts to known protesters and disruptors. Okay, to do more damage against Naples Pride. I'm beside myself. Like, how can this person even say those words like that? Saying that in history, it was done, if done correctly, it was okay to lynch people. Like, I mean, I'm blown away by this story. It was almost hard to get that story out. I got to tell you, boy.
These are words from a loser. And this is a loser that I suspect is going to die in obscurity. I hate that this person is being platformed in any way. I hate that he's impacting such a beautiful event in any capacity. But there are many losers like this. But he is a loser with thoughts, and unfortunately people are listening to him. People are repeating his rhetoric. People are agreeing with him, unfortunately, which is why this is such a very real threat. But just as a reminder, he is a loser. He is going to die in obscurity. I'm not going to remember him when I leave here. I hope that the threat is demolished so that we can all forget him. This is what is the quote from Basketball Wives? Y'all not gonna know. He is a non-motherfucking factor. I'm not even gonna repeat his name because I already forgot it. You fucking loser. You're gonna die lonely, alone, and no one's gonna remember you. If this is how you're gonna leave your legacy on this earth, you will disappear and no one will care.
I look at it and think, he's quoting Thomas Jefferson, right? And I'm like, at the same time, does he quote the Old Testament? Because that's like quoting Old Testament to New Testament. It's like, oh, come on, move on, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I think there's going to be a lot more to this story
Yeah.
happening. Again, it's January, right? And their event is in June. And I'm sending all kinds of good vibes and energy to all those people that are putting together Naples Pride, all right? Stand strong, okay? Get more volunteers. There's a lot of us that want to help you, all right? Make that happen, you know? And I wish that this man dies by himself, right? But there's people listening to him right now, Bonnie. Okay, there's people that are blowing smoke up his ass and telling him that he's got the right words. Okay, and that scares me even more. You know, like ever since Donald Trump took office, I've got to tell you, I look at Anglo people, I look at white people, and I'm like, kind of like, okay, did this person vote against me? Does this person want me dead? Does this person want my family members deported? That is how I feel right now.
Yeah, out there. If y'all voted for Trump, y'all gotta straight up be honest and be like, yeah, but like before we have any interaction, name, gender, political affiliation. It's gotten to that point. We are people, the three of us up here, we all have to network for our jobs. And it's going to make it so much easier for us to connect with you if we know that you didn't vote to actively ruin our lives.
Yeah.
So just straight up, if we are at a networking event or any sort of social gathering, straight up be like, hey y'all, what's up? My name is Booty Boo and I voted Democrat. I don't fully believe in it, but I knew we couldn't vote for the opposition. I'm be like, we can work with that.
Be good.
If you voted for Trump, fuck out my face. Yeah, like, girl, get out of here at this point. I ain't got no time, no respect for you.
Well, that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.